Are you sick and tired of wrestlers having garbage indie matches where they do flips and dives and other meaningless stuff?
Are you sick, tired, and frustrated with the matches making any sense?
Are you sick and tired of people booking goofy segments on shows that are supposed to be sports-based? Tony Khan, I'm talking to you, buddy.
Are you sick and tired of the rules not making sense, including the fact the referee's not enforcing them properly?
Are you tired of people reciting scripted, phony verbiage on WWE television? Well, if you're sick and tired of these things, if you like a good wrestling match,
Do you like the wrestling shows or programs, depending on the way that you view them, having logic?
then you
have come to the
right place. This is Rasslin and Logic, where we review wrestling on a weekly basis. They don't need all these gimmicks in the...
Where we have an abundance of rants, especially from me. Fuck off! Where's the logic in this?
And we have memorable moments pretty much every week.
You can listen to these podcasts every Saturday morning
On YouTube,
Spotify,
Google Podcasts.
and all other podcast platforms.
This is Rasslin and Logic with your host, Kgabinator.
And his guest host, Joshua James Jenkins, otherwise known as Triple J. And that is why this is called the R&L podcast.
Hey guys, Kgabinator here, and today we're back with another episode, a special episode of Rasslin and Logic with mon ami, Josh Jenkins. So can you introduce yourself?
I am, je m'appelle Joshua Jenkins. I am called Triple J at times. But you don't have to call me, Triple J. That is just a nickname. But I don't mind if you do. And I am, of course, joined by the main co-host, because you've got to remember here, people, that I am the guest host at this time. And I am joined, of course, by the main co-host being Kgabo, who I used to call Kgabo. But that was a long time ago now.
Yeah.
I've since learned how to pronounce his name correctly. Today's episode is going to be about the Royal Rumble pay-per-view review from this past Sunday, or
Yes.
for me it'd be this past Monday morning.
Me as well.
Because of the time. Yes, because of the time difference.
Yeah.
And there might be another rant about something else, but we'll see how we get along to that.
Yeah,
as time
Josh
goes on.
Jenkins is not very happy right now, as this episode is called Josh Jenkins Goes Ape Shit. I'm not sure how ape shit he'll go in the... He's smiling now, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm smiling because that's what you've called the episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll inherit the King Kong genes, and I'll go on and destroy New York City later on this afternoon.
Yeah. So
we'll see how it goes.
We got a topic or two to talk about. This may be cut short into two parts, because in less than an hour I'll have to do something with my family, and then we'll try to finish off the rest of the thing after that. So yeah. now we're gonna talk about something. Matt Hardy, apparently he likes to rile up fans. He's talking about like saying controversial things, making people mad, which we might do. We might end up doing in the future. Hopefully, if this uh, is good enough, we'll make some people mad and we'll laugh at them having their hissy fit and we'll drink their tears. Because people don't see eye to eye, and I don't know why. If people like those kind of things, and that's what people like, I guess. So, like Matt Hardy wants to say a lot of controversial things and make people mad, and he doesn't care about it, which I appreciate. I respect Matt Hardy doing that. I'll, I actually might follow him to see. I actually might unblock him. I don't think I have blocked him yet. I didn't. I'm surprised I haven't blocked him already. I'll follow him to see what he says and laugh at people who get mad at him. Because people get mad at everything we say these days. So, what do you think about this?
Well, I'm not somebody who likes to purposefully rile somebody else up just for the sake of it. But I am somebody who is very upfront and honest about things.
Yes.
And that is sounding to me in the way you're describing it, Kgabo, that Matt Hardy is doing here, is that he's very upfront and honest about things in life. And he doesn't care what people have to say about that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can see where your respect is coming from, because I come from the same route, so to speak, that he's doing here. So yeah, I can understand it.
Yeah. So, Josh Jenkins really had a angry
Yes.
moment last night. He punched his wall. I didn't see him, but he texted me on Discord that he punched his wall. So, you want to tell us this story? And he's even looking at his wall.
Yeah, well, that wall is looking very comfortable at this time.
Yeah.
And I said that sarcastically, if you couldn't pick that up. Anger isn't exactly the word I'd use to describe last night's events. I would use a lot more. I was a lot more angry than the word anger can even describe.
Oh, jeez.
Really. I haven't really felt that emotion before towards anything.
Wow.
Hang on a second. I have been watching wrestling now for the past close to 13 years, right? I don't know if my maths are exactly correct on that, but whatever, who cares? Right? And I have been known to get a little bit angry every now and then about wrestling, right? Maybe sometimes a little bit more than just angry at wrestling.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
But I've never been this mad about anything ever. What happened last night was something that I've never experienced in the history of my life, and I hope to never experience ever again, because I legit almost made my hand bleed on my knuckles because of how fucking hard I was punching that fucking wall. And I hope to never get into that state of mind ever again, because that was fucking horrible. JD from New York 206, as his name is called, right? I was a part of his server, his Discord server to be precise, since February 2017. Now that's about what, 4 years?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
And in all that, right? Yeah, I think it's about 4 years.
It is.
Right. And in all that time, yeah. And in all that time, he never had any mods. He never had any side channels apart from that one general topic channel. He never really appeared in that server himself to talk on there to anyone. He basically did nothing. He basically neglected his own server for all those years that I was on there. I was one of the only ones who was really keeping that server going, keeping it alive, keeping the momentum there, right? I was
Imagine
really
how
one of the
boring
only ones
that
who was
must have
talking
been.
there. Yeah, well, yeah. Well, yeah. And JD didn't really seem to give a shit about his own server. Right? And then about last night when you came in, Kgabo, because there was about 50 people there maximum, like before you came in from Twitch. And then when you guys from Twitch came in, it jumped from about 50 to about 134. And I thought, okay, great, finally, this server this server can actually get some life into it, right? No. The only thing that happened was JD created those 3 new channels for AEW Raw and SmackDown. I thought, okay, great. This is what we've been asking for this whole time, is for something like this to happen, right? And then what happened? Oh, JD was basically never on the Discord. He had no mods. He had no nothing, right?
Yeah.
I thought, oh, here we go again. And then it ended up being basically just me, you, Manny Aces, and somebody else talking on there.
Yeah,
thought, oh,
Manny Aces.
We're back to square one again.
He left Discord, dude, because there were toxic people on there, and they made him mad. They made me mad as well, because they drove him to leave.
Yeah. And then I left for like the 10th time. I don't know why I kept rejoining all those times, but I did. And then I left for the 10th time, right?
I left in like December, then I came back for like only a few days, and then I left again.
Yeah, and when you came back, it was basically exactly the same as it was when you left, right?
Yeah. The guy that drove Manny Aces to leave was still there.
Void, I think his name was Void. Yeah.
He ought to have been banned months ago.
The thing is, Kgabo, he could. Well, the thing is, Kgabo, Void could. Sorry, yeah.
How is Manny, by the way?
The last time I spoke to him was on Twitch a few weeks ago, around Christmas time, on Raging Girl Gamers stream, and he was quite happy with how things are going now. He seems to be a lot more happy now being away from Discord than he was on Discord. I can see why.
Yeah.
I can see why he would be a lot more happier.
He would enjoy our Discord. He'd enjoy our server because most of our guys are nice.
Yeah, but I don't think he's in the mindset now to be on any server. You know.
You can join our server, by the way.
Yes, you can.
And
The
our
link will be posted
socials.
into the description box.
You can also follow us on our
all those
Twitter and our Instagram, and yeah.
And Spotify and whatever other podcasting platform I have got the podcast to be on.
I've got all of the symbols on the graphic. You'll see now.
Cool. And as I was saying about a minute ago, the thing is, Kgabo, Void, who was tormenting Mani Aces, he couldn't exactly be banned or kicked off the server because, one, there was no mods there to control any of that, and two, JD from New York himself, who basically owns the server, didn't do shit about it because he doesn't care.
He only banned him for like a week or something, a very short amount of time.
No, I think he gave him a timeout.
Yeah, that's what I meant by a short amount of time.
Yeah. But JD didn't really do anything about it, really. And then, just a few days ago, right?
Yeah.
I found out that my link, because I usually keep a permanent link saved to that server that I can rejoin at any time I want, if I feel like I want to, rejoin, that is.
Yeah.
And then I found out that my link got deleted somehow. And I thought, well, hang on, I didn't delete this, so why is this not working, right? And then I found out that JD gave some leeway for somebody to have some control of his server, right? And that person went mad and basically banned a lot of people and deleted a lot of stuff, and he went crazy.
Jeez.
Apparently, hold on, Kgabo. This is the kick in the balls, right? Because apparently his name was Ryan Satin.
That can't be true.
Who was doing this?
There's no way. Him?
I don't know, man. But apparently that is what his name was.
That can't be. It has to be a phony account, because as much as I dislike that guy, yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Satan. Yeah. Right, and then about a day or two ago, right, JD updated his Discord to something I have been asking him to do for the past 4 years. Jesus Christ. He's now got mods, he's now got rules, he's now got roles, he's now on the server talking to people. People are actually on there talking amongst each other. Yeah. Holy shit, where was that for the past 4 years?
In the few months that I was there.
And fucking Time to Wrestle, right, on our Discord server is fucking telling me, oh, Josh, you don't have any right to be mad because it's not your server. Fuck off. I've been on JD's server for the past 4 years. I have been one of his loyal members on there. Right? I have been suggesting ways for him to improve his server, right? And he's been ignoring me and other people for the past 4 years, but yet one thing happens and he decides to fucking change everything to be everything that we've asked him to do for the past 4 years now. What an asshole. JD from New York 206 is a fucking asshole. He's a fucking asshole.
Oh, jeez. The muffle came off. Where'd it go?
What the fuck? Ta-da!
Yeah, and you know, I liked him. I like when he takes the piss out of WWE, but then when he talks about AEW, it's a whole different person. He's like on WWE's taking part stuff that he praises on AEW, just like Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez. Like they are the AEW shills. Like he does call out when they do something stupid, like the wedding. Apparently, they had a wedding on AEW yesterday. And these are the guys that are saying that they're different from the WWE, but they're doing shit you'd see on Raw. And he's probably gonna defend this by saying, "Oh, it's a new company, but WWE's been there for like 30 years." Stupid shit is stupid shit, no matter what show you do it on. I've said this before on the wrestling community episode. We might actually do a part 2 to that rant.
We might do a part 2. How about we are going to do a fucking part 2.
Yeah,
believe me.
Yes.
Jesus.
Be on the lookout for that.
Look, I used to have respect for JD. In fact, JD for quite a long time was the only podcast I would actually listen to that was in the topic of professional wrestling, right? He was the only one I would actively listen to on a weekly
and
basis,
that used to be the case with me, but then I found Jim Cornette, and I've been listening to him. He's been the only podcast that I've listened to, and now I would listen to his podcast every once in a while, but I'm completely done with him. And just another thing about JD is that what I didn't like about him, and what I still don't like about him, what's made me dislike him, and the reason why everybody else hates him is because, like, when he sees criticism of something that he likes, he or somebody says something good about a show that's bad, or like if your friend James, he gave us quite a good example. Apparently, JD thinks Matt Riddle is done on the main roster, but I think he's actually doing well for himself. It's just a gimmick. They're giving him, they're letting him go after the United States Championship. Is At least he's not sitting at home, not even being booked at all, but it's just a gimmick. And he thinks Matt Riddle's not going anywhere, and then somebody says that they do have faith in Matt Riddle to get better, and then he says, "Shut up, your opinion is bullshit. Fuck off, he's banned." Or there's this guy on Twitter that said the Young Bucks matches don't make sense, which is quite true. And then JD and his fans jumped on him and said, "Oh, come on, they had the best tag team match ever last year." And what are you talking about? Get out of here. And like, for fuck's sake, like, it's fine if you like those kind of guys, the Young Bucks or Lucha Bros or Orange Cassidy. If you like those goofballs, that's fine, but don't come on me when I say that they're the shits, which they are. That's just what I think.
Yeah. And also, like, one good match doesn't mean they're a good tag team.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out. Just because you wrestle one match that people deem good doesn't mean you're an actual good tag team putting on good tag team matches every time you step forth into a ring. Because they prove to be the opposite of that most times. And also, as we're still on JD here, I don't respect him with the way he handles his audience. And what I mean by this is that JD seems to explain himself as playing a character for his podcast, but then in real life he's somehow a completely different person.
Really?
I don't like this. Yeah. JD said this several times. Guys, I'm just playing a character. What I say on Twitter and on YouTube is just for the podcast.
What?
I'm a completely
So
different
he
guy
knows
in real life.
He knows AEW's
Yeah.
bullshit, and he's just I understand. Saying things like, "Oh, AEW is good because your fans like it," but I'm sure, and that's his only audience, so that's what he's gonna have to do for the rest of his time.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that how he is with his wrestling podcast being off the script, I think it's called, is a character choice to be playing that way. I don't look, Kgabo, I don't know if he actually does agree with everything he says on his podcast in real life. I don't know, but what I'm saying is he seems to be playing two separate roles, which I don't appreciate, because I feel like you should be representing your real self at all times. I don't see the point of playing a character just for a podcast. Like, who I am right now talking to you, Kgabo, is who I am to my mother and my sister and my friends and whoever else I come across. The way I speak to you now is basically the same way I speak to others.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. I don't understand why JD would pretend to be something that he claims not to be in real life. What on earth does he mean by real life? Is his podcast not real life? What? Come on now, you fucking dumbass. And also, like, I don't like the way that he blocks people because people disagree with what he has to say.
He doesn't block them, he just roasts them.
No, he does block them from time to time.
Really?
He does do that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Many people have. Many people have complained about him doing that, and yeah.
Like I said, it's the main reason why most people don't like him.
Look, most of what he says about wrestling, I tend to agree with at times.
Me as well.
But look, how do I express myself here about this? It's not like I don't. Okay, it's Jesus. It's not that I don't like him. It's just that I don't like the way he goes about certain things.
Yeah,
does that make sense, Kgabo?
It's pretty much the same with me. Like I still appreciate him calling out these writers and Bruce Pritchard, and and he does shit on the wrestlers, but I think he goes a bit too far sometimes. Like he rips on Billie Kay, and she's quite annoying, but like he's really just destroying her, like saying she's worthless, and I think that's a bit too far. Just say this gimmick is stupid, it needs to stop, and that's it. Don't say like she's worthless. Like she'll never be anything. Don't like just bury her. Like yeah.
Yeah, I do get what you're saying there, Kgabo. I do.
Like don't bully her. Just criticize her and move on. That's what he's been accused of. That's what he's been accused of doing. In some cases, those guys are correct, and in some cases, they're wrong. Sometimes he's just telling the truth.
Yeah, but there is a better way to word out what he's trying to get across. Because I usually try and be very, very careful with the wording that I use to I'm not perfect. In the past, I have said a few things that
if someone does something like really, really stupid, like you fight the Invisible Man on the Indies, or you have a garbage death match, or you have a really goofy comedy segment on a show that's supposed to be sports based, Tony Khan. Yeah, then I'll call you motherfucking bury your ass.
Oh, and don't forget about wrestling against the blow up sex dolls, Kgabo.
Yeah.
What is wrong with these wrestlers, man?
Yeah, just because they think this is fake doesn't mean people actually still want to see good wrestling.
It's don't say that word.
I know,
not fake.
I know that. Just because people
don't go there right now.
Just because people don't believe in it doesn't mean you should still present it like it's real.
But yes. And a good 90% of the time, WWE presents it as a child's program that you would see on CBBS or something.
Yeah.
Like, for fuck's sake. And they don't even look, and most of the wrestling happening on the shows now, they don't even try and make it look like they're actually wrestling each other. They make it look like a fucking ballet performance.
Yes, the guys on New Japan and AEW and sometimes even WWE. But there are some guys that are really trying to be serious and make this look believable, like Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher, who are apparently now a tag team. They shouldn't be, because they just tried to kill each other the other day.
Yeah, carry on.
Yeah. But apparently I heard that them and the Undisputed Era had a good match, so maybe I'll look at that.
Look, to me, they can put on a near 5-star match. It doesn't matter, because the match itself doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, that's why I'm on the fence with having Edge versus Finn Balor, because it would be a great match. I would really enjoy it. I'd shit my pants, but it doesn't make sense. Just like Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre didn't make sense, but it was still great. It made me forget that it didn't make sense.
It didn't do that for me, unfortunately, though, Kgabo, because I'm very strict with logic, as you may know already by now. Look. The issue with Roman against Drew was it was a champion versus champion match.
Yeah.
I'm very much against that. and the issue with Edge possibly going against Finn Balor at WrestleMania, or possibly at TakeOver, because if Edge does go on to challenge Finn Balor,
Finn Balor is having a match with Pete Dunne at TakeOver.
Yeah, Vengeance Day. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm all about the TakeOver that usually happens when WrestleMania happens.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
But that TakeOver hasn't. I don't think that's been announced yet, so maybe they won't have a TakeOver on the same weekend as WrestleMania this year. I don't know. But yeah, I said on our Discord server, Kgabo, and I don't know if you've read this yet. No, hang on.
I think I may have.
No, sorry. No, I read on the Discord server about, I think it was Time to Wrestle, who said something about, was it me or was it him? Oh, where the hell is this going to be now? Sorry, folks, for delaying here. I'm just trying to find the topic at hand here on the server. God damn it! Give me a second here, folks. I'm going as fast as I possibly can. Okay, it was Time to Wrestle. There we go. Okay, he basically stated that Finn. No, hang on. Oh Jesus! I really should have pulled this up earlier. Yeah. Okay. NXT, right, is a developmental brand.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be a fucking developmental brand anyway.
But it's not.
But it's not. No. Not anymore. It's not. No, for fuck's sake. I hate what NXT is now. God damn it. But anyway, Edge winning the Rumble and then challenging for the developmental championship, that doesn't really make sense. Now, I'm not against Edge going to the developmental brand to help out develop the future talent. I am all for that, because I think that is where Edge can do a lot of good, but winning the Rumble and then going on to face Finn Balor or Pete Dunne, but it's most likely going to be against Finn for the NXT Championship isn't exactly the route that I would go. Last year, right, this was a major issue with Charlotte Flair.
It made me really mad when she beat Rhea Ripley. Oh my gosh. I'm getting mad just thinking about it.
Yeah. What did that do to help develop the future talent of NXT, being Rhea Ripley and anyone else on that brand?
It did nothing.
Nothing.
It hurt NXT quite badly. The shows felt so lifeless and nothing was going on.
Charlotte having that reign as the NXT Women's Champion was so damaging that in fact it basically destroyed any momentum that the women down there even had to begin with. I mean, it basically killed that division.
All because they were trying to beat AEW, which isn't even a good show, program, whatever. Why
NXT should focus on NXT being their own developmental brand, and AEW should focus on being AEW.
Get rid of Orange Cassidy
company.
and the garbage wrestlers. Why would you want to fight a company that has indie flippy wrestlers and a guy with his hand in his pockets?
I don't know. Why would the fans, because that is what actually started all of this, Kgabo, why would the fans want to put a wall between NXT and AEW to begin with? Because one is a developmental show, program. For fuck's sake, Josh, get it right. One is a developmental program, and the other is a startup wrestling company. Like, why would the fans want those two things to compete? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Where's the logic in that?
Yeah. And people are still to this day fighting over which brand is better. Now it's irreversible now. Like climate change might end up being if we don't pull our pants up.
I think climate change is a bit too late to do anything to solve that at this time, Kgabo, because I personally think the damage has already been done.
Yeah.
But that's me. I very well could be proven wrong about this. I'm not a scientist here. This is the theory for me, really, about that. But anyway, how about, Kgabo, that we continue on this discussion about AEW and NXT when we get around to the Wrestling Community Part 2 episode?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Right. Okay, one final thing about this JD discussion before we move on to the main event portion here. Hold on.
God damn.
I'm not going to really ever listen to JD's podcast ever again because I've lost all respect for him. And if the time ever comes that I ever want to rejoin his server, that's going to be a day that I'm going to be dead.
Oh.
So. Yeah. So yeah, JD from New York 206, you've completely lost me. I was with you for 4 years. You basically ignored me. You basically ignored everybody on your server. You basically neglected your server. And then a few days ago, something happens that basically damages your server, and now all of a fucking sudden you want to update it with everything that we've been asking you to do for the past 4 fucking years. So fuck you up the ass, Shady from New York 206. You fucking goon.
I kind of want to end this recording here because I've got to do something soon. But I guess we'll do the first few Royal Rumble matches. How about we do McIntyre versus Goldberg and Carmella versus Sasha Banks, and then that's it for now. Okay. So now we have the Royal Rumble. Okay. Have the Royal Rumble at the Thunderdome. So the first match, we had a WWE Championship match. Drew McIntyre, the champion, versus Goldberg. So Goldie comes out And before the champion Drew McIntyre comes out, a video package plays. It was alright. It wasn't bad. And then McIntyre finally came out, and I said this: Drew McIntyre cannot lose. He cannot lose tonight. And then they started fighting each other before the bell even rang. They were fighting on the outside, and then Goldie speared Drew through the barricade, which was stupid. And then the bell finally rang. And then they were just hitting their finishes on one another for like 5 minutes and kicking out of finishers. And then finally, and I was so happy when this happened, Drew McIntyre beat Goldberg to retain WWE Championship, and I was so happy and relieved. I was like, oh, thank goodness they. Imagine if they did take the belt of him, we would have been so mad. We would have broken stuff. yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. So, Rasslin 2, because they were just kicking out of finishes. Logic 8. I would have given it a much lower rating, but Drew McIntyre won, and that's all that matters, so that is what I gave it.
You gave the wrestling a 2 and a Logic an 8?
Yes, because
Jesus! Why?
Because Drew McIntyre won. He was the one that was supposed to win, and he did, which was all that mattered. I took away 2 because they were kicking out of finishes and they were fighting on the outside.
I'm gonna give this wrestling a 0 and Logic a 0.
Not even a 1?
No! Oh Jesus! I actually shouted there. Jesus Christ. No. 0. Fucking fuck all. Right? This match never should have happened to begin with. This match never made any sense to happen to begin with. Goldberg didn't do anything to earn his shot at this championship match, right? He basically said, "Okay, your title, I want it. So you and me, at the Rumble. There we go. Match planned out, sorted, done. There we go. Fuck off. No, Goldberg never earned it. This match never made any sense. The booking of this match was basically fucking ruined the image of what professional wrestling is. Fucking wrestle on the outside before the match starts, just to then fucking have it be finishers only. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, what a fucking terrible fucking bullshit. Fuck. Like, and then look, I appreciate that Drew McIntyre got the win because that was the only logical way out of this. But at the same time, this match never should have fucking happened to begin with.
Yeah.
So yeah, 0.
Match number 2, the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Sasha Banks, the champion, versus Carmella, or as you like to call her, Carmelina, with her male stooge, Somalia Reginald. So Carmella came out, yes, and then Sasha Banks cut a backstage promo and came out, and the bell rang and the match starts, and I was just talking to you guys on the Discord because I just didn't care. Sasha retained, and I like Sasha Banks, and they just need to find a legitimate opponent for her to go up against. Yeah, so Bad Bunny came on the stage, and we will rant more about Bad Bunny when I come back from my whatever I have to do at 6. Um, so he was on the stage doing a shitty ass rap song, Booker T. It was a complete waste of time, and I will stop part 1 here for now to make sure that there's no interruptions because it's 17:55 and I have to do something now at 1800. So I'll see you for part 2 soon. This Bad Bunny, he's like, WWE is really serious about having him on their programs because he brings mainstream attention, which won't help in the long term. Is they're gonna stop watching anyway because it's such a shit show to begin with. They'll only want to see it for Bad Bunny, and it won't help them in the long term. And they're actually training him to have a match at WrestleMania. It better be a 24/7 championship match, because then we can just fast forward through it.
It better be nothing at all, because I don't see the point or the value of having Bad Bunny perform a wrestling match on that pay-per-view, especially when, guess what, folks? He's not even a fucking professional wrestler.
Yeah.
Like the wrestling should be performed by
wrestlers.
Oh, that's right. The wrestlers. It's such a simple it's such a simple concept, isn't it, Kgabo?
Yeah, but they're too Hollywood for wrestling. We want to get all that pesky wrestling out of here and have all these celebrities and outside people and fuck all the wrestlers. We want to have rappers and actors and MMA fighters. Sometimes they turn out great, like Shayna Baszler, Matt Riddle, Ronda Rousey. Yeah. Cain Velasquez, not so much.
No, but to his defense, though, if you can defend this, of course, but to Cain Velasquez's defense, he was injured at the time when he made his debut against Brock Lesnar at the Saudi Arabia show. So who knows how that could have turned out if his knee injury wasn't there at the time.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, celebrities are major issue with wrestling, especially in the current day.
Yeah, and AEW has a celebrity.
I don't even know who.
AEW has a celebrity problem as well. They've got Shaq on the card. They actually gonna have a match with Shaq and Jade Cargill versus Cody and this Red Velvet person. And you said you'd stop watching AEW forever. So I guess all the hope for us watching Revolution is out the window. Maybe I'll review it myself, but I don't know if Josh will watch it.
We'll see how it goes, but I probably will end up watching it because yeah.
Yeah, for the podcast
Not
sakes.
yes. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say earlier before you cut me off.
You said
but it's fine.
celebrities are a big problem in wrestling.
Yeah, I just can't remember where I was going with that. Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, I don't even know who Bad Bunny is.
Nobody
and
does.
People are like out
people
there.
are defending
Hold
this.
on. People. Yes, they are defending this because they are actively like expecting us to know who this guy is. Like, no, like I've never heard of him like ever, and
I love drum and bass, but if I had a wrestling program, would I have a drum and bass artist come on my wrestling program and do a piece? No, because nobody knows who the fuck they are, and that's not a knock on any of those guys.
and it doesn't necessarily matter if we know who Bad Bunny is, because that is besides the point here, really. But
and nobody cares to see it.
Right. Because, that is not what is supposed to be happening on this wrestling show.
Yeah.
Now, yeah. I can look past Bad Bunny and who he is. But what I can't look past is how he's being used and represented on this program.
And they're having him beat Damian Priest's manager when he should be on his own, beating up job guys and getting noticed.
Yeah, and Bunny is being treated more special than any of the wrestlers that are actually signed to the actual company itself.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why. Because it will attract new viewers, or it's a popularity boost, or whatever other reasons that people want to use.
Somebody on Twitter actually made quite a great statement about Bad Bunny. The guy on Twitter was like, he's just a flavor of the month. His popularity will dwindle by March. And I totally agree with him. The guy's a goof, and just because he has the most streamed album of last year doesn't mean he should be on a wrestling program. And that's what I hate.
Yeah.
It's not only a problem in wrestling, but also in F1 as well. They had one time in 2018 when people were trying to watch a Grand Prix. Christina Aguilera was in the stands, and people like, we were trying to watch racing. Get off my TV. And people are saying that they're alienating the fan base, but they want to bring in all these big celebrities, and they're only there to support Lewis Hamilton, which is the truth. They're not there to support anybody else. People are suggesting, why don't they bring Tom Cruise? He actually drove an F1 car, but this is wrestling. I could talk about that on a different podcast whenever I start that up. Yeah, the celebrities need to go away. The only celebrities you should be putting on your wrestling program is The Rock, and you should be having him put young guys over. or John Cena.
Now, I don't... Yeah. I don't mind celebrities appearing as part of the audience. Like, I don't mind that because it makes the attendance feel a lot more special.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, we have a famous celebrity like watching our show live right now, and he's sitting over there. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, I don't necessarily mind that because it makes it feel a lot more important. Like wrestling is being reached to everyone, you know. But to actually promote these celebrities and actually have them be involved is something else entirely that I just don't really like. Like, it gives me flashbacks to 2009 or 10, or heck, maybe it was both years, right? When they were having these celebrity special guest hosts like every single week on Raw.
Donald Trump bought Raw before he became president. Before he became president. And then Vince.
Yeah, and then
Vince fired him, and Donald Trump, you're fired. How's that Vince impression?
Yeah, it was fine. But I'll do a better one now in a moment. And before, well, I'll try it anyway. And before Donald Trump got fired, Vince had to. Now, I'm assuming this was all a storyline because I don't really feel like this was an actual real purchase here. That doesn't make sense to me. And before Donald Trump got fired, Vince had to pay back double the amount that Donald Trump paid for Raw to begin with, which I thought was funny. So yeah.
Well, oh, come on. Who is it? I'll deal with him. It's probably
while I try to do the Vince impression there best I could.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it comes out a little choppy there, but yeah. I could hear it.
Okay. It doesn't matter if it's WWE, AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, TNA Impact.
Wow. Imagine Impact having any celebrities. They'd be the biggest celebrity they've had is Kenny Omega, and that's not very big.
But yeah, it doesn't matter what wrestling company you are, celebrities should never really be involved in any other way than just being somebody who's attending the show from the audience.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anything else you want to say here, Kgabo, before we get into the actual review of the Royal Rumble here?
Oh, we are in the review, but yeah. So fuck Bad Bunny, and now we have the third match, the Women's Royal Rumble match. Bayley came out as, I didn't take notes of what was going on in the ring because there's too much going on in the ring.
I took notes about the entrance. I took notes about who came in order. I took notes about the eliminations. I took notes about who should have been eliminated but weren't.
Oh,
we'll get into that in depth, believe me. I took notes about a few moments here and there about the moves in the ring, but I didn't really focus about that much because there was a lot going on.
Well,
You know?
I took down.
And I took notes about the commentary.
Okay. I only took notes about the people who came in, the people who got eliminated, and towards the end, I did take a few. I actually did take a few other notes of moments that happened, like we'll get to. You'll see. So Bayley came out and as entrant number one. Minute passed and no, actually, Naomi came out right after. A minute passed and Bianca Belair came out as entrant number three. Billy Kay, then Shotzi Blackheart, and I actually saw this tweet. I'll actually shout him out here. The North Heel. He said he was close to invoking the tank rule, because you know how Shotzi Blackheart comes in a tank and she shoots people with balls, and yeah, and he was annoyed at that, and he was close to involving the tank rule and turning off the show. He couldn't fast forward because this was live. And the tank rule is basically this thing that Jim Cornette does, where if Shotzi Blackheart comes in a tank, he fast forwards through whatever match she's gonna have. And it's pretty funny when he says, I invoked the tank rule and I fast forwarded. Yeah, so that's the tank rule.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Shayna Baszler.
Good to know.
Oh. Shayna Baszler came in as number 6, then Toni Storm, which I was actually quite surprised. Apparently, she was the replacement for Mia Yim, who's reckoning in Retribution. She got COVID, and I hope she gets better soon. And then while the match was going on, Billy Kay kept showing everybody her resume, or as you UK people call it, her CV. She kept showing it to her, and it started to get annoying. And then Shotzi got eliminated. I can't remember by who. You want to tell me?
Let's see.
It's finished.
Shayna.
Okay.
Shayna now holding. Hang on. Shayna now holding Shotzi in the powerbomb position, pushes Shotzi over the top rope to the outside floor for the elimination.
Jeez, you really took notes on this.
Yeah, I just haven't posted them onto the. Yeah, I mean, it's probably too late to do that now, anyway. So
yeah. And Jillian Hall is
But I have made notes, yes.
Jillian Hall is number 8. It was Jillian Hall any good back in? Because I haven't seen.
No. Fuck no. No. She was shit, mate. You know you want me. Oh, fuck off.
I see you're wearing an off the script shirt. I'm surprised you haven't set fire to it.
No. Just wearing this to be a bit ironic. Anyway, as you were.
Were any of the girls in the Divas era, except for Jacqueline and some of the black girl wrestlers, any good? back in the Divas era?
A few were, and a load weren't.
Oh,
Mickie James was quite good, but she was never really used to her full potential. Even now, Mickie James still isn't really used properly, which is fucking shameful.
yeah.
Who else was there? Michelle McCool was quite alright. Who else was there? Melina was fine. Melina's entrance though was something special. Holy shit. Beth Phoenix was quite fine.
Oh, and she's actually quite good.
Who else was there? Natalia. She was fine. AJ Lee was... Yeah, Natalia made her debut in 2008. Yeah, she's been there for like 12 years now.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, and she's still performing very good to this day. It's just she's not really being used right. Who else was there? Kelly. Oh well, Kelly was Kelly. She was hot. I'll give her that, but that was about it.
Back in my day, all the kids liked Kelly.
Hey, I had a poster on my wall when I was a kid. So yeah. AJ Lee was a highlight. Paige was a highlight, and then we started to get into the women's wrestling that we have now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
actually back to the Rumble.
I'm actually looking at the graphic that I have for this, and I'm pretty impressed with myself. I got Goldberg and Drew McIntyre at the top left corner, Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens in the top right corner, and I didn't really enjoy that match, to be honest. Carmella and Sasha Banks at the bottom left, and all the guys and girls in the Rumble in the remainder of the bottom part. So, and I've got our names here, my name and your name over there. You'll see it's quite a sight to behold. Where was I? Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott is number 9, and Billie Kay is just so goofy and phony. I'm not knocking a real person behind Billie Kay, Jessica McKay. I'm not knocking her, but yeah. I think she may need a bit of training and a rework of her gimmick. Find a better gimmick. Maybe be a manager or find a new gimmick as a manager to quit being so goofy. And then Victoria was number 10. Was she good?
Oh my god. I completely forgot. I completely forgot about Victoria. Yeah, she was a highlight. Her theme song is great, by the way.
Okay. So Peyton Royce is number 11. I haven't seen a full length match of hers, but I've heard she's quite good as a single. And then Bayley just did this, I think, face buster, just No, she did. She gave Billy Kay a head palm shoot off into the canvas, and it was quite satisfying. I'm not knocking Billy Kay, but yeah. Uh, oh boy. I I remember this video that I watched earlier this afternoon before we started recording. It was so funny. Um, and then Santana Garrett, she's an NXT girl. Um, Followed by Liv Morgan, who's number 13. Billy Kay eliminated Jillian Hall. Billy Kay actually teamed up with Jillian Hall, and then she herself got eliminated by the Riot Squad. Apparently, they turned heel on poor Billy Kay. And then Rhea Ripley goes out, and I popped, and she went on a frenzy in the ring. She was going crazy on everybody, and then she eliminated Toni Storm. Then Shayna Baszler eliminated Victoria. Ripley eliminated Santana Garrett, and Charlotte Flair came in at number 15. Bayley eliminated Ruby Riott from under the top rope. She gave a sunset flip powerbomb. I wonder what you thought about that spot. I don't think you were too happy.
No, I was pissed. But I'll get into my thoughts about this entire match later.
Okay, so at the end, okay. So, and then Dana Brooke came in at number 16. Then Tori Wilson. And Dana Brooke didn't last too long. Rhea Ripley eliminated her. Ric Flair was number 18. Oh, I thought Ric Flair was number 18, but it was Lacey Evans wearing Charlotte's robe. And then she got hot, and then she was fighting Lacey Evans on the outside. And I thought it was stupid. You want to say anything about that?
Woo!
Okay. Yeah. Charlotte eliminated Peyton Royce. Shayna Baszler eliminated Tori Wilson. Bianca Belair eliminated Bayley. And the whole time, Bianca Belair and Naomi were fighting the whole time, trying to eliminate one another. And it was okay. I liked it. Then Mickie James came in at number 19. Nikki Cross came in at number 20, followed by Alicia Fox, and then R-Truth. And I'm like, God damn, this is about. He's about to stink up this whole thing. Well, it was already stunk up for you, Josh. And Mandy Rose came in at 22. And Alicia Fox became the new 24/7 champion, and then got eliminated. Then R-Truth pinned her, which I thought was complete bullshit. Because why do you have that goofy shit in there? Lacey Evans eliminated Mickie James. Carmella is number 24. She came out with a male stooge who actually saved her from getting eliminated, but I think Shayna Baszler, was it, did something to him, and she fell on the floor, and then she was out. Okay.
It was Tamina.
Okay.
Tamina was making her entrance.
And
Tamina
then she
hit Reginald with the super kick,
and then
Carmella was eliminated.
Yeah, and then Ripley eliminated Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai is actually kind of growing on me. Yeah. And then somebody eliminated Mandy Rose. I'm not sure who.
And carry on. I'm just looking for it now.
I know.
Oh, Rhea Ripley did.
Oh, okay. And then Carmella.
She back body dropped Mandy over the top rope
God damn.
to the outside floor.
Carmelina eliminated somebody. Who was that?
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross actually is growing on me. I like her. I could actually do something with her if I was the booker. So then, Tamina eliminated Carmelina before she even got in the ring. There we go. And then Bianca almost eliminated Naomi, but of course her feet never touched the floor. I know Josh is going to be hard about that. And then look, our sympathetic hero babyface Lana came in at number 26, who should have been at TLC. And a whole opportunity was taken away from her by Charlotte. Then Alexa Bliss, the invincible entity, came in at number 27. She tried. Oh, you even shut off the lights. She tried to turn off the lights, but then everybody ganged up on her. Everybody ganged up on her, and Rhea Ripley eliminated her. And Ember Moon came in at number 28, and Nia Jax came in at number 29. Shayna Baszler eliminated Lacey Evans. Nia Jax eliminated Ember Moon. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax eliminated Naomi. And they both eliminated Tamina. Nia Jax eliminated Shayna Baszler. She turned heel on Shayna Baszler and eliminated her. Lana finally got her revenge and eliminated Nia Jax. And undeservedly, Natalya came in at number 30. And I'm not knocking Natalya. Just saying that that was a shit booking decision. So I guess no Becky Lynch for the time being. I actually wanted to see her here. And then Bianca Belair eliminated Natalya, the number 30 entrant. Then we were left with Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Bianca Belair. And they had quite the threesome, the three-way. And Bianca and... What's going on there?
For the past like two minutes, your OBS or something has been dreadful.
What's wrong with it?
It's a bit glitchy. It's a bit slow in catching up to what you're saying.
Well, it's not a problem on my side though. So as long as they can see me, it's fine.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, good.
You're glitching as well, but I can still hear you perfectly. Um. So
Oh, okay, good.
so both Bianca and Rhea Ripley eliminated Charlotte Flair, and I got excited because at least Charlotte Flair isn't winning Royal Rumble the second time. Uh, and then, god damn, this was a great wrestling match they were having in the middle of this fiasco. Uh, and they were having a great wrestling match, and there was actually a whole shabamble where both girls fell out the ring, and it appeared that Bianca Belair, both of her feet touched the floor, so we're just gonna forget that happened. And then Bianca Belair won, and she cut a promo about how she was so excited to have won the Royal Rumble. And she was like, "Mom, Dad, I did it!" And she was getting emotional. Imagine the pop this would have got if there was an actual audience there, especially with the black audience, considering how over she is with them. People would have gone crazy. They would have been throwing babies in the air. So a Rasslin I gave 7, Logic a 7. It's nowhere near what you gave it, but that's what I gave it.
Throwing babies in the air.
Yeah.
What are they all like? Snitsky now, who was kicking babies on Raw?
Really?
What is this?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Snitsky came out and kicked Lita's baby.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I gave Rasslin and Logic. You saved your thoughts for this part, so let's hear them.
Yeah. Okay, so that was your scale there. Nowhere close to mine. I can already hear you laughing. Okay, now Bayley, right? I just want to quickly mention this, right? When she came out at number 1, before she entered the ring, she walked towards the commentary table, and she announced
she
that
showed
she has the word.
Cole. I forgot to take that down.
Like, why the fuck does she have his name like shaved on the back of her fucking head for?
Yeah.
Like, can somebody explain that to me? Oh my god. Anyway, Naomi came down, whatever, fucking hell. Bianca came in third. Okay, now this is what pissed me off.
Oh.
Bianca is supposed to be... Okay, Bianca Belair is supposed to be the EST of WWE, right? She is supposed to be the best. She's supposed to be the fastest.
Sorry for cutting you off. I forgot to mention that I personally wanted Rhea Ripley to win, but it made sense for Bianca Belair to win because all the build-up she's been getting on SmackDown, it wouldn't have made sense to beat Bianca Belair. And even if Rhea Ripley did win, I would have been happy, but it wouldn't have made sense because they haven't been building up Rhea Ripley for the past few months. They've actually been doing opposite. They've been burying her.
Yeah, that is very true.
Don't worry.
You don't speak no lies there.
Don't worry, Rhea. It'll hopefully get better. Go to SmackDown and maybe Daniel Bryan will book you like something.
Possibly, but I don't know. Bianca Belair, right, is supposed to be the fastest, the strongest, the cleverest, the whatever is, right, of the WWE, right? So why not have her come out as the number one entrance and actually prove that by entering this first? Her coming out at third doesn't really put forward her sending out this message in the correct way. She should have come out first, especially when throughout the entire match she and Naomi were having this back and forth competition to see who could survive the longest, right? That would have made a lot more sense if it was Bianca 1 and Naomi 2. Do you get where I'm coming from here, Kgabo?
Yeah.
Yes, that dynamic between them would have made a lot more sense if they were the first two to begin this match. Bianca winning would have made a lot more sense with her being number 1 and not number 3. But that's just me. That doesn't take away her winning, though. It just means that it would have made the win a lot more better if she was placed at the number one position. But that's just a minor critique there. Critique there from me. But I think it's a very important one to point out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now we go to number 4, Billie Kay. Okay. Now, Billie Kay coming down was something that pissed me off because instead of her getting straight into the ring as she should have done, she walked straight to the commentary table.
Yeah. She did. I remember that, and she was on commentary even.
Now, there needs to be a rule that if somebody who is making their entrance doesn't enter the ring by, let's say, a count of 10, then they are disqualified to enter this match.
Yeah.
That needs to be a fucking rule because this was fucking disgusting.
And I just saw this picture of Carmella getting eliminated, and it looks like she just fell flat on her face, and it's quite funny. I hope she gets better from whatever injury, but just her falling on her face is quite funny. I hope it didn't hurt too bad. I actually feel bad for laughing at that now.
Yeah. And Billie Kay trying to convince each entrance that came after her to, align with her to team up.
And when Shayna Baszler came out, she just knocked her goofy and left the lane there.
Yeah. I didn't like where this was going. This wasn't funny at all. I was wanting to punch a wall about this. Billie Kay should have been disqualified for being out of the ring for way too fucking long.
Yeah.
So technically, she should have been eliminated like 10 times already by now, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Tom Phillips, like, after Shotzi Blackheart comes out at number 5, fucking Tom Phillips, the fucking asshole, right? He now on commentary states that Billie has to enter the ring to officially be a part of the match. No. If you don't get your ass in the ring in under 10 seconds, then fuck off.
You're done.
Yeah, Tom Phillips trying to fucking kiss ass there. Like, fuck off, mate.
Yeah. He's not that good of an announcer either.
Uh-huh. And then Sochi Blackheart was the first one to actually be eliminated, but technically Billy Kay should have been the first one gone by now. If they were following logic, of course. I'm going to fast forward a bit here.
Oh, fast forward it.
Okay, number 10, Victoria. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Okay, Naomi, and this is another elimination here that should have happened, for fuck's sake. Naomi kicks Victoria through the middle rope, and Victoria goes onto the outside floor here, right? And Tom Phillips again on commentary, right? He states that Victoria is still in the match as she must go over the top rope to be eliminated. Fuck off, Tom Phillips.
Yeah.
Like, her entire body is outside of the ring. Don't you dare tell me she's still an active participant in this match when clearly she should be eliminated here. You fuckface. And then Bayley is suddenly seen at the bottom of the camera outside of the fucking ring. Like, her entire body is outside of the ring, yet she's still a part of the match. No! For God's sake, look, there needs to be a rule that if you leave the ring under any rope or through any rope or over any rope, you're gone, you're eliminated. Because the entire point of the match, people, is to actually try and stay in the ring. That's the entire point. If you leave, then you're eliminated. That means you're out of the match. Do you not understand that? It's so fucking simple. I don't care if it's the bottom rope, the middle rope, or the top rope. You leave the ring, you leave the ring. Okay? It's that simple. Jesus.
Go on.
Anyway, so technically now, right? Billy Kay should have been eliminated, but she's not. Victoria should have been eliminated, but she's not. Bayley should have been eliminated, but she's not. You fucking piece of shit, Rumble. I fucking hate you. Okay, Peyton Royce. Let's see. Oh, fuck. And then, right, we get a stupid ass spot, right, where Peyton Royce tries to lift Ruby over the top rope, and then Peyton just leaves her hanging, and she doesn't even try to fucking eliminate Ruby. Like, okay, I'm just going to push you over. You're just going to hang there, and I'm just going to stand around until you get back in the ring. Yeah, okay, cool, okay? Fuck off. Like, if you're going to try and eliminate somebody, make sure you fucking eliminate them. Don't just fucking try and hug them against the ropes or hug them against the corner. I'm sick of this. Like, if you're going to actually try and legitimately eliminate your opponent, then legitimately try and do that. Don't like pull their leg like down against the bottom rope, like preventing them from going over as you actually want. Oh my god! As you actually want them to. Like, come on. Like, do you get what I'm saying here, Kgabo? Like,
yes.
Every single rumble in the history of the rumble match, people are just hugging each other against the corner or like holding each other against the rope. Like, pretending to eliminate somebody when they're actually not. I'm sick of it. Like, where is the immersion of belief here? Where is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh my god! And how many times do we need to see Bianca fucking dangling her feet above the outside floor just to fucking get back? How many times?
She was hanging on the ropes quite a few times, actually.
Like, I get it. You're trying to sell us of her not touching the floor. I get it. But you do it one too many times and it just becomes pointless at that point. Yes. And, okay, now we get to the powerbomb spot with Bayley here. She slides under the... Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This should... Oh my god. And look. Technically, at this point, Bayley should have already been eliminated. Jesus Christ, I hate this match. You know what? Fuck the rest. Like, fuck the rest of this match. Like, basically, like, people were not being eliminated when they were supposed to, because they make up these rules as they go along. Fucking hell. Like, I don't care if it's the bottom rope, the middle rope, or the top rope. If you leave the ring in any way and your entire body is outside, then you're done.
Yeah.
Zero fucking logic to this match.
That's it? Okay. Oh man.
Bianca Belair, right? The final two with Rhea Ripley. The spot that you were referring to earlier about if both her feet touched the floor. I showed a slow motion video on the Rasslin and Logic Discord server, which, by the way, you can join at any time. It's in the link down below in the description box. Please join, because we only have a few, and we would love to have a load more to join in. So please do. I showed you a slow motion video, and it looked as if only one foot actually touched, and the other one was like barely a centimeter above, because I could tell by the shadow of the feet that they didn't both touch. But if you're playing it in normal time, it does look like both feet did touch.
Yeah.
That is a very controversial spot, especially for me, who resides himself on Logic, but I will let that pass, because in slow motion it did look like only 1 foot touched. But what do I know?
Yeah. I hope she addresses this someday.
I mean, technically, the same thing happened with The Rock at Royal Rumble 2000 with the Big Show, because people were saying, "Oh well, The Rock's feet touched first, but The Rock won anyway." I mean, if they really want to address this, Kgabo, they could have a match at the next pay-per-view. I think it's Fastlane or whatever it is. Bianca versus Rhea Ripley, to actually, sort this out in a one-on-one match. You know?
Now we have the Miz and John Morrison knocking on Bad Bunny's door after whatever the fuck that was earlier. And I fast forwarded. We have Charlie Caruso, SmackDown GM Sonya Deville, John Bradshaw, Layfield, and some bald-headed dope sitting around the table. Sonya looks and sounds professional, and the bald guy looks and sounds like a geek. And I fast forward some more. You look like you want to say something there.
Yeah, the Sonya Deville being the SmackDown the general manager thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, and I don't understand when this happened, how this happened, why this happened. All those questions, you know.
Yeah.
It seems very random.
Yeah.
And yes, she never retired from the wrestling, right? So I don't fucking know. But then again, what did Adam Pearce do to be branded as a general manager or whatever? Nothing, because he's not. Oh my god, I hate this company.
Oh, a rail sucker thought you would slam your microphone on the laptop again and make a second dent, like when Keith Lee made you smash your microphone back in December. And then we have a video package of all the highlights with Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. Yeah, that was that. You know what happened there. It didn't make any sense. And Josh shuts off the lights. And yeah. Now we have the fourth match. Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns, the champion, versus Kevin Owens. Owens comes out, followed by Roman. The bell ring and the match starts. I didn't take any notes the first few minutes, so a few minutes passed, and then I said that what's going on is these two men were beating each other up in the ring. Then they fought on the floor. Then they spilled back behind the barricades, and they were climbing. They were fighting up the Thunderdome, and then KO was thrown off of the Thunderdome, and then if that should have been the end of the match right there, but they continued it. So then he got up. Now they're fighting into Tropicana Field, the baseball stadium that the Thunderdome is located at. And there's a ring positioned there, a training ring, apparently. I don't know what it's doing there. Just a random wrestling ring, apropos out of nothing. And then Kevin Owens is actually selling the effects of him having been put through a table back when they were fighting in the Thunderdome. And I appreciated this. This was the highlight of the match. Owens was actually selling from the table thing. Would he have done that back in his ROH days? No, that's why the people there in the office wouldn't let him have ladder matches or any of those type of matches. And Roman Reigns pulled a Matt Hardy and ran over Kevin Owens with a golf cart, and he got up again. I'm like, what's Roman gonna do now to keep him down? shoot him with an AK-47. And of course, they have to do the dive through the table spot. This is garbage indie wrestling on WWE programming. Owens gets on a forklift. He lifts the front end. You know that thing that goes like... Yeah, he made like that. He jumped off of it through Roman. I was like, for fuck's sake. And then then there was a phony holy shit chant, and I was like, at least there's blood. And then they got back in the Thunderdome, and Roman, out of desperation, gave Kevin Owens a Superman punch and then speared him through the stage, and then he got up again. And I fast forwarded until the finish, and Roman won as he should. Rasslin, as a matter of fact, Rasslin 3 at best, our overall 0, and Logic 0. And then I made a tweet there. I was like, from @Kgabinator, you can follow me on my Twitter. And I was like, I never want to see another last man standing match ever again. This match smelled like an outhouse, and this made me actually dislike Kevin Owens. And people, if you like this, that's fine, but people were like defending this, man. Then the main event, the men's Royal Rumble match. I didn't really. Oh yeah. I forgot about your thoughts. Let me let you speak.
It's okay. This match never made any sense to begin with.
No.
You can hang on. You can listen back to the previous episode that we've done to find out why this match doesn't make any sense. Because I'm not going to repeat myself again here. Because I feel like I shouldn't have to. Yeah, this match had too many spots. And by the way, when Kevin Owens retreated to the backstage area after crashing through that table, and he went to the back, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand where Roman Reigns got the golf cart from, and how.
Yeah, he just came out of nowhere and ran him over.
The logistics of this didn't make any sense. Like, Roman came from the opposite direction that Kevin Owens came through, and Roman would have had to come through the same way Kevin Owens would have came through to get to where Kevin Owens is. So I don't understand how Roman went all the way around. It doesn't make any sense, man. Then the finish.
Yeah.
When Roman was chained.
Oh yeah. And then I heard there was a botch that Paul Lee couldn't get him out of the handcuffs, so then he had to punch the referee and knock him down.
And then a second referee came. He started counting to 10. When he got to 9, guess what he did?
What?
He stopped counting and he waited until Paul Heyman fucking unlocked the wrist that Roman was locked in. and then when Roman got up, right, after everything that Kevin Owens was getting up from, right, all it took was a fucking guillotine headlock to fucking put him down for the count of 10. Like,
Fucking bullshit.
why? Like, if that's all it took to put Kevin Owens down, then why didn't Roman do that immediately when the bell started?
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin, I'm going to choke you out, and that's it. I don't need to do anything else. All I've got to do is put you under my armpit, squeeze you, and you're done.
Yeah.
Where's the logic in this?
Where is the logic? Somebody find it, and when you find it, give it to Vince McMahon.
Or else, you're fired.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, the Royal Rumble, the men's Royal, I didn't watch this because I already know who won. What's the point of watching a match if you know who's gonna win? And you've taken notes, and I obviously expected you to give a review.
Où est la logique là-dedans?
Okay, is that your local language or something?
No, that is supposed to be French.
Oh, okay.
Which is what you're learning, right?
Yeah.
I'll say again. Où est la logique là-dedans? Which is supposed to translate to where's the logic in this?
Yeah.
Où est la logique là-dedans? I think I said that right.
Yeah.
Right. The men's rumble. Just when I thought it couldn't get any fucking worse. Guess what they did, Kgabo?
What? They did. R-Truth came. Bad Bunny did a dive. R-Truth pinned Retribution cut the lights out. Oh, well, what happened? I didn't watch this.
In the first few seconds of this match, both Edge and Randy Orton, who began this match, hold on a second. Hold on. Edge and Randy Orton, who both started this match. Edge. Oh, Jesus Christ, my voice. Both Edge and Randy Orton, with Edge, who entered at number 1, and Randy Orton, who entered at number 2. They brawled on the outside. They then entered the ring. The bell rang. The match officially started, which I accepted at that point. Okay.
Yeah.
And then it only fucking took about 5 seconds or less for both of them to leave the fucking ring. And the first thing that came to my mind is they're doing this to piss me off. To piss me off on purpose.
Yeah.
Like the first few seconds of this fucking match, right, in which the entire point of this fucking match is to stay in the ring, and they leave the ring in the first few seconds. So now, technically, right at the end, right, because I'm going to skip the whole fucking thing, right, at the end, Edge and Randy Orton are the final fucking two, right? And guess what happens?
What?
Edge wins, Like he fucking noped the RKO. Randy picks him up, Edge throws him out, Edge wins, but guess what, Kgabo?
What?
Edge won, fuck all up the ass because he got eliminated in the first few seconds of this match. Technically, this match was won by somebody who got eliminated in the first few seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I never want to see a Battle Royal or the Royal Rumble ever again. It needs to die. Jesus Christ.
No wall punching?
No, I don't want to risk injury here.
Just a small one, please.
And then, just to piss me off even more,
oh boy.
a few days later, guess what AEW fucking does?
Tag team battle royal.
And this battle royal in AEW was fucking JD fucking praised up the ass for, you fucking piece of shit. Off the script? Oh, I'll go off the fucking script for you, bitch. Right? Fucking guess what AEW did in that tag team battle royal, right?
What did they do?
The winners would go on to challenge the AEW tag team champions at the Revolution pay-per-view, right?
Yeah.
Guess who was in this fucking battle royal?
The Young Bucks, the champions. And apparently, if they want, they got to choose who they get to choose. They get to choose who challenges them at the pay-per-view.
Which defeats the point of the entire match to set up who will challenge them at the fucking pay. This is like that fucking This is like that fucking New Japan tournament they have every year, where the fucking champion competes in the tournament to crown the number one contender at fucking Wrestle Kingdom. Wrestling can fucking go to hell.
Is that it? Can we get out of here?
Bye.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And on behalf of Josh Jenkins, this is Kgabinator signing out.